When you think of the Maldives, you probably think of pristine white sand beaches and overwater bungalows, but there are two major ways to do the Maldives Islands, and we are going to show you both in this video. One is going to the luxurious resort islands, and one is doing the local islands, which we are on right now.
Our local island of choice is Mafushi. It is south of the main airport, Male, and we have just been enjoying our time here. And yes, there are quite a few differences that we expect from this place when we're comparing it to the resort that we're going to go to later on. The first thing that we noticed is that the price of the hotels is much cheaper on a local island. There's a hotel behind me here. We are staying in this hotel next to us right there. And yes, they aren't going to be anywhere close to as luxurious as a resort, but you do get to save a lot of money by coming here.
Seriously, the hotels here are like maybe 1/4 to 1/5 of the price of the hotels on the private islands, and you still get to do all of the things like see the blue water, snorkeling, diving, all the things. So it is a good alternate if you need to go on a budget. There are definitely pros and cons to each of the islands. I don't know if there's one that's better than the other, but I'm gonna tell you all about everything so you can make the best decision for you. And of course the prices are cheaper here, like we said about the hotels, but the excursions are so much cheaper, like at least half the price of all of the ones on the resort islands. And there's so many options, so if you don't like the excursions at one of the booths, there's like seriously so many. They are lined the streets with these booths for excursions, so you do not need to worry about a shortage of them. There's plenty. We went on a dive here and on a like nurse shark excursion, and they were both great. Well, one of them was like kind of okay, but you can watch that video if you want to see it. But the diving was amazing, and again, a fraction of the price. The downside is that you definitely don't have that like luxury calm feeling. It's like pretty bumpin' here. We like have not slept for 5 nights because the music is so loud. I would say there's two major pros for staying on a resort island. Of course, this has cheaper pricing, but because of the religious mandates here, you are not allowed to wear bikinis. You have to wear like covering your shoulders, I'm not right now, and like your legs when you're swimming. And there's also no alcohol at all on this island. They do allow alcohol on the resort islands and bikinis on the resort islands because it's kind of like, I don't know, like a private island.
They have a special deal with the government.
Yeah, but if you're on the local islands, you cannot do either of those. And the guys have to wear shirts while they're swimming as well.
So even though there's no bikinis allowed or guys without shirts allowed to be walking around, there is a special spot on Mafushi that you are able to actually wear a bikini. It's over there tucked in the little corner. It is away from what's behind me, which is no bikini beach, which basically means you just gotta be fully covered when you go in the water over there. And that was a fun area too, because last night we experienced some sort of celebration or festival, and there were a ton of local people all gathered in one area around like this children's playground. Thought it was so cool to see the locals.
And there's fireworks.
And there was fireworks too. So even though like we're not really in the local area because this is where all like the hotels are, it was still fun to see that. We didn't do a ton of research on other local islands as soon as we knew that we wanted to come to Mafushi, but I do believe that this island is one of the more accessible local islands for tourists, just because they have a ton of speedboats coming here every single day from the main airport. So that's one of the main reasons why we chose this island, because we just knew it would be easy to get to. And
because I knew there was a lot of excursions here that let you swim with manta rays and dolphins and whale sharks and all the things for cheap.
So it just sounded like this was the perfect one to go to for us.
But we did go to Fuladu on one of the tours, and it was beautiful. Definitely more of like the calm island tropical feel. So if you want that, a good local island would be Fuladu. I wouldn't say the beaches on this island, Mafushi, are like the best or the most relaxing. There's so many water sports going on. The water is still very pretty, but I'm hoping that when we get to the resort tomorrow, it's gonna be a lot calmer and more beautiful. It's kind of hard to relax here, if we're being honest.
So yes, even though there isn't a ton of relaxing and there's a lot of activities, this is the busiest place on the entire island. So there's really not that much. Yes, there's a bunch of shops for water sports, activities, things like that. But this is pretty much it, and it's just fun that we're just walking around on a bunch of sand right now on the main road basically, and this island is so small that you could walk all the way to the other end of the island in like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can walk to that end of the island also in like 10 minutes.
Also, this is the first time Jacob's worn shoes in like 3 days maybe.
If we go on a boat trip for like a outing for the entire day, I'm like, I'm not wearing any shoes.
If we go to restaurants, you don't wear shoes.
No shoes, because I'm just walking in sand and it feels so nice.
Welcome to our not so fancy hotel. The lights don't work. Oh, no, they don't work.
Oh, almost.
So I think this is probably what most hotels look like on this island. This is the second one we've stayed at, and it's pretty small, but honestly, they have an air conditioner. I will say the Wi-Fi has been very, very, very sad. It's like almost non-existent, but that's okay because we got cheap excursions, we got really good cheap food.
I'm turning off this light. There we go.
Anyways, good excursions, really good cheap food. I would say if I had to sum up this place, if you've ever been to like Thailand, it'd be kind of like Phuket or Koh Phi Phi, but like obviously a much smaller version of it. But anyways, now let's head to the resort.
We're leaving Mafushi right now, and we're headed off to Kanduma to go stay at Holiday Inn Resort.
We're here! It's so beautiful! The water is amazing. Got a little fruit plate, probably because we're what, Platinum Elite? Oh, and we got an upgrade. We were not supposed to be in this room. This is like the 4th upgrade. Ooh, lots of water too.
I think it's the 4th best room out of 6.
It's pretty good.
For booking the cheapest one, yeah.
Like, 1 is the worst and 6 is the best. We're at 4. Nice. Well, we got some fruit. That's exciting. And little chocolates. All right, well, we freshened up a little bit and we kind of just threw our stuff everywhere, so pardon the mess. But here is our beautiful room on our resort island here in the Maldives. I'm not gonna lie, it's very white, and I kind of feel like I'm in an insane asylum. But it's very pretty, and the view is insane. But yeah, so here's our bed. Here's our little like couch lounge bed area. Here is our like, feels like this is like the little office nook. We got our fruit, our water, coffee, tea. Obviously, like, this is all a lot better than the hotels that we were staying at on the local islands. And then we have a desk. I would say the main difference between the rooms on this island and the local island are this one is right on like our own little private beach, which is so nice. The beaches on the local island definitely had a lot of people on them. And of course, on these beaches, you can wear swimsuits, which is very nice because yeah, swimming in a lot of clothes definitely isn't super comfortable. We got a little mini bar here, but the prices are insane. I would say that's probably the biggest difference. The price, like a bottle of like vodka like this is like $40. A bottle of wine is like $90. But you can't have alcohol on this island where you couldn't on the last one, so they definitely upcharge it. Our bathroom is ginormous, and we have this beautiful outdoor shower, although it's kind of awkward because look.
This part's funny.
Whoop, forgot there was a step there. Hello. Just naked right here when we're showering, and there's the pool's right there. There's people on the beach right there.
The restaurant's over there.
So it's definitely a little bit awkward, but we're in room number 1, so that's why everything's right here. If you're in one of the rooms down there, I think you'd have a little bit more privacy.
Well, yeah, but then where else can you get an outdoor shower in the Maldives? Well, a lot of places in the Maldives, but not on the local island. Probably not
on the local islands. It's definitely more luxurious and private. And the beaches, I think, are a lot better, which we'll go show you now.
I left the key right there.
All right, we do have a downstairs, though, which is pretty cool. It's all outside, though.
So you come down these stairs, watch for hermit crabs.
Gonna get you. And we have another outdoor shower because the best part of this place is we literally have our own private beach. And We have like a whole little living room down here. So cozy. Just sitting here looking at my private beach. I mean, obviously the other guests are allowed to go here, but it is like our own little nook, which is really nice.
There are other places, you know,
Yeah.
that have the same exact room type as us, but we're the only ones with this little tiny space.
And nobody else can use these lawn chairs but us. It's so nice! This is for sure my favorite part. So if you turn this way, you can see our cute little bungalow. 2 stories. Don't really use the bottom story that much when you're like in the room and such, but when you're on the beach, it's super nice. And the water here is amazing.
So here's our beach villa with our own kind of private section. I don't know how we got that, but there's other beach villas all the way down here. I think there's at least like 15 of them, and they all kind of have to share the same space. Their space is bigger, but they all have to look at the same view, and we get our own view, I guess. That's so cool.
If we walk like 10 steps this way, it's like the beach and the pool where everyone's at. There's like 3 or 4 different swimming spots. This is one of them. And then if you come this way, there's like every single water sport activity you could ever dream of. They have those like banana boats, they have surfing, they have kayaks, which we can use for free. They have snorkels, literally everything at this little shack right here.
They had that on the local island too, but
They did, but
it wasn't included.
and so many people were using it, and like here it's still pretty quiet, but at the local island it was like, oh my gosh, it's hard to swim in the water because there's so many people using it.
You can tell that they manufactured this beach perfectly to fit anyone's style. Just the waves are just so calm, and yeah, I'm sure they dumped a little bit of extra sand in there to make it perfect, but it's amazing to stare at, amazing to hop in the water. Just so many options here, and the pool is right there.
I think a huge difference between the local island and this island is that I don't think any of the resorts had pools. Like, I don't even think I saw one pool there. So if you don't love swimming in the ocean, then you have the pool right here. Okay, so you think this island is amazing, right? But I mean, it is amazing. It's wonderful, and we're enjoying every minute here. But of course, the prices are insanely high. This dive center over here is like double, like exactly double the price of the dives that we paid for in Mafushi. So I think if I could create like the perfect little itinerary for you, I would say go to a local island first, do all of the excursions there, do the whale sharks, the mantas, the diving, all of the excursions, and then you come to these resorts, the resort islands, and you just chill, swim in the beach, go to the pool, and don't pay the crazy prices for their excursions, because it is crazy. It's like $35 for a hamburger and fries, and like $30 for like a tiny pizza. Like, we definitely brought some ramen from the grocery store. So you could bring your own food if you want. They have like kettles in the room, and we're just eating ramen every night because we definitely, even if we had the money, I think it'd be so hard to like pay $70 for 2 cheeseburgers and fries. That just hurts my heart a little bit.
But we did a ton of research on all the different resorts here in the Maldives, and we decided on this one because it was way less expensive than the other ones. I guess I'll tell you the name. It's Holiday Inn Kanduma, and we're like, oh, this place is significantly cheaper than anything else that might be around here. So a $70 meal at a restaurant here could be at least $150 to $200 at a different resort. So in case we got extremely hungry, we're like, all right, this is an okay option. Oh, a really quick tip if you're also going to a local island and a resort island. So at restaurants, the local island, they would say everything you see on the menu, that's the final price, nothing else is included. But at a resort, we're finding out that this one is gonna charge you an extra 26% on top of it, and they don't include that in the menu price. It is a normal 26% because it's 16% for tax, 10% for service charge. So that is normal, but just be aware of that the price you see on the menu at the resort is probably not the final price. It goes down almost to the ground.
That's so low. Okay, definitely the resort islands are way more relaxing. I will say that. Jacob told me to lay in this hammock for the video, but now I just want to stay here. It feels so good.
Wonder if I could flip you over.
Okay, I'll get up. But I really don't wanna. if you do have children, this is kind of the perfect island to come to because they have a can-do kids where it's like a kids club, so you can leave the kids there, go diving, drink a margarita on the beach, I don't know, whatever you can't do with kids. Leave them here. Now you may be thinking, okay, cool, but obviously I can never afford to go to an island like this, and the truth is we can't either, and the only way that we are here right now is because of the credit card points that we've collected and the cards that we've gotten. We actually have a whole second channel telling you how to do amazing things like this for almost free. We are staying here 4 nights completely on points. We only had to pay for like the boat transfer, and then we did pay for an upgrade because we want to stay at an overwater bungalow. But if you don't want to do that, then you could stay here for pretty much only like $200 for 4 nights, which is insane. So you should definitely check out our second channel. We'll link it in the description. I'll put a little box right here. You should definitely check it out if you want to do cool things like this for basically free.
There's a lot of wildlife. Wait, there's so many bats.
Oh my gosh, they're hanging upside down.
What?
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. There were no gyms at the hotels that we stayed at on the local islands. Maybe if you stayed in like a fancier one than we did, there might have been, but we didn't see it. So we hit the gym yesterday, and they also have a spa right here. So yeah, pretty cool. Gonna grab some water real quick. We are about to get, they're called overwater bungalows.
No, they're called villas here. Everything's called
More
a villa.
people know bungalows than villas.
Yeah,
I'm saying bungalows.
No, say villa.
No.
Bungalows are in French Polynesia.
Jacob and I are arguing if these are called bungalows or villas. I think that most places in the Maldives calls them bungalows, but he says here they're called villas. So whatever. We are about to see the overwater bungalows slash villas for the first time ever, and I'm so excited because we haven't stayed in one yet, but we will be tomorrow night, and I can't wait.
Ooh.
I just feel like this is the Maldives that you think of. Like when you think of the Maldives, you think of overwater bungalows. Come on, let's be honest.
I think of overwater villas. Unless they upgrade us to the, what was it, like 3-bedroom presidential villa?
Yeah, we need all 3 rooms because Jacob keeps arguing with me about the bungalows and villas. He's gonna have to sleep in his own room.
Okay, and then what's the other room for?
Our emotional baggage. Just spotted an eagle ray over there. Oh wait, I lost it. Oh, there it is, there it is. Wow. So freaking cool. Well, here is our future villa. If you want to see that video, make sure you subscribe because we're gonna do a full overwater villa tour. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want that credit card, don't forget to check out the link in the description, and we will see you in the next one.
You called it a villa.